Wow, hello and good evening, my friends. It's me, KP. Guess where I am? I'm here in my studio, and I'm here for ArtFoamies Fun Friday. Although I certainly cannot believe it's Friday already, my mind is blown. Okay, so let's say hello to everyone first. Bernadette is here. Welcome. Thanks for coming. Linda Finney is here. Anita, Cecilia, Catherine, Ginger, Christina, Rini. Are you home? I've been thinking about you. I hope your trip, I can't keep track of days, so I can't remember when you're supposed to be home, but I hope that your trip was, like that you're okay and that you had a safe trip, or that if you're still on your trip, that you are enjoying yourself somewhat and, just being safe. So anyway, I know your trip was not for, for fun. But I'm just been thinking about you. So Carissa, welcome. Patty is here. My both Patties, Patty Campbell and Patty Hodder, also known as Patty's Vintage Shop. She's going to tell you to like this video and share it. Claire Dubin is here. Mary Lynn Kelly, Deb Rojas, welcome. Nancy Gray. Oh my gosh, we have a great group. Thanks for being here. Needless to say, my week has been absolutely wild. I think all of you know that two of my kiddos graduated on Sunday and Monday. It was a 2-day event. And then, oh my gosh, it's just been wild. The kiddies, you all know about the kiddies. They are doing very well. I would get them and show them to you, except for they are just scampering all over. They are cute as can be, very healthy, very chubby. And we've just been enjoying them so much. Mystic Images Art is here. Cynthia Yarberry, Terry Dye, welcome. Okay, so, oh my gosh, I don't know how to catch you all up. I feel like I've been sort of out of it, even though I was here last week. So I have a little show and tell to share with you. Also, I want to let you know that we are offering free USA shipping with any $50 or more purchase. So stock up on things like your, your Moonlight Duos. If you need some ink pads or any supplies, stock up on those things right now while you can get the free shipping. We still, we didn't come out with anything new this week because I don't want to bombard you. I always want to come out with new stuff. I will admit. But sometimes we have to hold back. Dana, welcome. Oh my gosh, I miss you. We have to chat soon. I haven't chatted with you in so long. I hope you're doing well, and say hello to Jack. And of course, Lady Finley. Dee Keels is here. Hello from East Texas, she says. And hello back from Lamo, Louisiana, Missouri. Anyway, so I just wanted to tell you about that. I do have plenty of stuff to share with you this evening. We're going to do a little bit of a bestseller demo. Remember I told you we would sort of be talking about the bestsellers in between certain makeys, or if we had events going on. Please, for those of you who like to follow along, be watching for our June pop-up shop. We are having a really fun and different sort of pop-up shop starting June 1st. It is a collaboration, and it is completely inspired by Frida Kahlo. So I hope you'll be watching for that. And I'm going to turn the camera around now, and we'll do a little makey, and I'll just share with you a couple of the best sellers from Julie Balzer and from Gina Ahrens. I know, I don't know if you all recall, and I will show this to you when let me turn the camera around, okay? Ellen, welcome. Yeah, so we have so many new things coming out. Red Tin Roof is going to be coming out with some new stuff, and I know we have a lot of Red Tin Roof fans. So be watching for that. Red Tin Roof coming up soon. And then, of course, the Frida collab. Yeah, Bernadette, we can't help it. You got your Mooney discount, though, so it's okay. You can't combine discounts anyway, so don't worry. You didn't miss out, on the free shipping. because you got your discount. You can't combine discounts, as you know, the website doesn't let us. So, oh my gosh. Anyway, so we are talking about bestsellers, and then I'm going to do a little show and tell, and then we'll do a makey. Okay, so if you recall, a few weeks ago, we did the 100 Proof Press Cupid doll, and we did a little shrinky dink, okay, using her because that is the 100 Proof Press bestseller. I hope that you all follow Keisha Devaney. She did some really fun, cute shrinks with this girl as well. So if you want to get a little sassy, you can use her example. Okay. We also did. Oh, I don't think I did this one, but we did do a little just to kind of show you a little Rolodexy also. I can't find that one right now, but so you can just see this is her full size, okay? And then this was the shrunken version. So each week, if we don't have an event, then I'm going to share with you bestsellers. So we're going to go in order, and it might not be one a week. I might end up doing 2 or 3 per week, just intermittently, because otherwise it will just take us 2 years to get through the list, right? So tonight we're talking about Gina Ahrens, and Long and Leafy is her best-selling image. And then Julie Balzer, and her best-selling image is lowercase. Unbelievably, I cannot believe, honestly, she has, don't get me wrong, I do love this stamp. It's really cool, but she has so many good ones. I marvel at the fact that this is the best-selling out of all of them, because she does have some really just super cool, images that she's drawn. So the fact that the ABCs is the bestseller, but it just goes to show you the power of mixed media, right? So mixed media, you're going to use a stamp like this a lot. This is great for, and we'll talk more about it as we get into it. But of course, you can use it for backgrounds. It is fantastic, though, too, if you want to stamp it out and cut out your letters and make your own words, okay? So lots of applications for this one, okay? Yes, Carissa, they do. The small dresses will fit that little Cupid. I'm not going to lie to you, you may have to do a little trimming, to make it fit, really well, but they really do. Actually, I think I have a couple here I can kind of show you. Just to give you an idea, let me see. Oh goodness, thought I had some of those dresses stamped out here. Well, maybe, of course I don't know what I did with them. Maybe I even sent them in a goodie box. Sometimes, I send them to people and I think, I'll just make a new one. Well, it's not always that easy. Anyway, yeah, I don't have them to show you. I'm sorry about that. But just trust me that they do. Anyway, all right. So we're going to, again, use the Long and Leafy, which many of you that have been following me or ArtFoamies for a long time know that this is actually one of our first ArtFoamies in Gina's collection, or I really do think it was in Gina Ahrens' first collection that she released with ArtFoamies, and that was very early on, right after we took over, ArtFoamies. And so, I talk about it all the time because I love this stamp. And then recently we made it into a Honey, I Shrunk the ArtFoamies. So really, both of these are so fantastic to have in your collection. Honestly, just because they are very useful and they're wonderful together. Okay. So we are going to stamp these, and I'm going to, we're going to do a little makey. I also am going to be sharing with you, because I know I do get a lot of new people, a lot of people that maybe have not watched ArtFoamies Fun Friday. Oh my gosh. But no, really, it happens. But anyway, we're going to talk a little bit about Moonlight Duo, Tint and Hue ink pads, in case you haven't used them or seen them, or maybe if you have, you need a little refresher. So anyway, all right, lots more to show and tell, and then we'll get back to the makeys, okay? Welcome to Michelle. Michelle, I've missed you so much. I hope you're doing well. I know you've been busy, and that's awesome. Wendy is here. Heather Bailey is here. Oh my goodness. Yes. Same here, Linda. And now Linda has both. I hope you have both, like Maxie Moon said in our email today. And I hope you get our newsletter. If you don't, please go over to the ArtFoamies page, artfoamies.com, and sign up for the newsletter. I promise you, we only send out a newsletter once a week. We don't bombard you with spam. We don't do anything. We don't share it. We only send you a newsletter from ArtFoamies once a week, okay? So that way you won't miss out on ArtFoamies Fun Friday or anything new or any of the specials. So, yeah, make sure that you grab all your favorites right now while you can get free shipping, because next week we probably have new stuff and, whatever. Anyway, all right, so I wanted to show you May's freebie. Okay, again, this is the May freebie. And I wanted to also share with you, hold on, I got to find it. I actually even went next door and got the artwork to share with you. And now I can't find where I put it. So par for the course. Mr. Moon is going to laugh at me because I even, went over there to the shop to find and had to like dig through stuff to find my sample to share with you, and now again I can't find it. These, I will tell you, the kitties are very distracting. I'll be right back. Okay, well, I still can't find it, and I probably am literally going crazy. I probably ended up setting it down next door and not even bringing it over here. I really wanted to show you the mandala that I finished from last week. Anyway, very scattered, as you can tell, and feel like I'm losing my mind half the time. Oh my gosh. Anyway, oh well, you gotta laugh, right? Yes, Michelle. Ooh, Wendy got her peanut butter box today. So for those of you who do not know, the patrons call it a peanut butter box whenever you get your ArtFoamies, because you're always waiting by the door, sort of like my cats right now, waiting for Chewy to come, Heather Bailey says, I need a challenge so that I can use all my stamps. They're safely tucked away. Not good. So Heather Bailey, I hope that you joined our Mooney group, because we are doing some swaps right now. And we do have a lot of fun swapping in our group, okay? Please give me one more minute to look for that sample one more time, because I feel like I'm losing my mind. So just give me 2 minutes. I'll be right back. I got to find it because I just have to. I'll be back. Okay. Ta-da! I'm not crazy. I did go get it. I set it by the back door when I came in because the cats were like attacking me. Anyway, this is the mandala, the moondala, the stamp dala. We call them lots of different things that I started last week sharing with you. And remember also that it is Makey May. And I don't know if you all recall, I did use my moondala set, my clear stamp set, over the concentric circles. Okay, so I used my ArtFoamies concentrics and stamped that, and then I used my moondala set to sort of, embellish. And then I really wasn't happy with it. I did not like the center. And you know what I had? I had my freebie, and I just painted it. I cut it out and I put it in the middle, and I really love it now. And it is mermaidala. Anyway, so that's our May freebie. Wanted to share that with you again in case you missed it. And of course, it does go really nicely with our our mermaid stamps, which we just released last week. And I also wanted to share with you the pieces. I did a couple journal pages, and these are the ones I did from ArtFoamies Fun Friday and our after party last week. So I was really happy with it. This is using a tracing paper technique. I hope that you all got a chance to see some of that. And then I love the fact that you can stamp underneath or stamp your page, and then when you apply your tracing paper over the top, you can still see some of the some of the imagery through that. And I love the way it just adds to that. So that's part of my show and tell. Bernadette, if you're not included, it's because you have not signed up. We posted all the information in Discord and in the group. And so these swaps are set up by Wendy and Patty, and you can contact them. Look in the community. I will have Patty and or Wendy repost about that again, okay? All right. So, yeah, sorry if you missed it. It is not an official, it's not, it's official with our group, but it is not anything that I post like on ArtFoamies page or anything like that, right? So, yeah. All right. Wendy, thank you so much. And Wendy or Patty Campbell, if you can repost the information both in Discord and on the community page, that would be great. I will also share it on Patreon. For those of you who, check in at Patreon, you can look there too. Chris, I found it. Yay. All right. Let's see who else. Where can I buy the Moondala set? She asked. D. Keels, you can purchase this at themoonandthemaker.com. I only have a few sets left. Okay. This is a special collaboration with my friend Sarah Gray over in the UK, and I did not get very many sets. So head on over to themoonandthemaker.com, and that's where you'll find the Moondala sets. Okay. Thank you so much. Let's see what else. Okay. I just want to show you a few of these things here because this is what I've been doing. Oh gosh, the past week or so. I don't know how many of you, again, follow along in Daily Heart, but it has been Makey May, and Makey May is just trying to finish up projects that are sort of have been abandoned or just things that are sitting around the studio longing to be finished, okay? So this week I did finish this piece, and these are completely made with ArtFoamies and mixed media. Okay, so you may recognize many of the ArtFoamies in this one. It is the large figure, the large goddess, and Julie Balzer's botanical stamp. In the background here, I have Donna Downey's tree line stamp, and then the edges are all stamped with Elizabeth St. Hilaire's one of her large birds and branches, the branches from one of those sets. Okay, I honestly can't remember which one it is, but it is probably pretty recognizable if you look at all of them. Okay, it's sort of the one that looks most like a spring tree, I guess you could say. All right, and so that's all the stamps used in that. This is on a cradled panel, a hard panel, and it is stamped into molding paste. That is going to be a workshop that we have at the end of June. If you're interested in doing a molding paste workshop with me, you'll want to join us in Patreon so that you can take this workshop at the end of June. All right. And this is the same technique, only using obviously very different imagery and a different size substrate. Okay, it's the exact same technique. It just is using different colorways and different, different imagery. Okay, so you can see how different two pieces can look, even using the exact same technique. Okay, because this literally, there's nothing different about it except for the colors that I used, and the size and again, the imagery. Okay, so for this one, I did use the word create. I used a couple of the stamps from my own Gus K collection. I believe this is Gus's Party and Star something stars, flower stars or something. I can't ever remember the names, but love this technique. I really enjoy doing it, and I'm so excited because both of these pieces were started as demonstrations and I never finished them. So getting the opportunity to finish them off, and now they're already sold. So I just wanted to share with you that no matter how long something's been sitting around in your studio, it's worthy to pick it up and finish it off, and then you can sell it or gift it or just hang it on your wall, because it feels really good to go back and, you know, use the pieces and finish the pieces that you've already started. All right. So also, I love illustrating this way, that you can use your ArtFoamies to create artwork, you know, that's worthy of hanging on your wall. Okay. So kind of fun. And then, you know me, I love making Rolodexes. So I found some artwork that I created using the simple silhouette. How many of you are familiar with the simple silhouette? I love, love, love this stamp. This actually, oh my gosh, I came out with this pretty long ago. I want to say in about May or February, like, I don't know, spring, early spring, or sometime in the spring of 2021, I released this stamp, and I will tell you, it is one of my all-time favorites. I have had so much fun with this, and I can't wait to break it back out and start using it again. So, you know, we kind of go, I don't know about you, but I go through you know, sometimes phases or cycles in my art, and I will get really enthralled with something, and then, you know, something else comes along, or I just get busy and I put it aside. But this, I always look forward to pulling it out and seeing what I can create. I just love it. So much fun. Again, don't know how many of you have this stamp, but if you do, I highly encourage you to pull it out and experiment with it. And definitely, we will, you know, do this again sometime for Makey, definitely in Daily Heart or whatever. And I'm thinking that tonight, if you're going to join me for the after party, that I'm going to pull this out and just maybe do a Rolodexy or two with you. Okay, you can see here, that is the stamp that I used on all three of these, and they look very different. And I went ahead, they were just sitting in a little pad of paper like this one. Okay. And I love this paper. I also do sell this on the moonandthemaker.com, because I love this size. Okay. I love the weight of the paper. This, is really good for Rolodexes. Okay. I found that this is probably my favorite for making them because, of the size. You can just trim them so easily to be, you know, a 3x5 or 2 1/4 by 4. And the weight is great. And the quality is super nice for it. Okay. And works wonderfully with my ArtFoamies. So, I had worked in this exact, excuse me. In fact, I'll show you here. I had them in this tablet. I had the last 3 pages were right in here. Okay. I tore them out. I cut them because here you can see I had, you know, this is all the entirety of the paper. So I trimmed it off. I rounded my corners. I gave them a punch. And now I have Rolodexes ready to go, you know, either to send or to, for a swap or to put in my collection, you know. Anyway, had a load of fun with that. And I feel very, I don't know how to explain it, but it always gives me a cheap thrill to be able to do something like that and have it finished. Okay. I opened up this tablet and there was a few straggler pieces of artwork. I got to just, like I said, cut them up, round the corners, give them a punch, and now I have finished pieces ready to go. All right. So love that. And, again, feel super accomplished, right? Okay, and lastly, for show and tell, I know I've shared this with you, but we are still offering our rescue stamps collection. So if you order any of the rescue stamps, that includes our backgrounds, it includes the ArtFoamies poetry sets that are rescue and adopt themed, and this kitty and puppy. You will receive the trio of kittens, okay, for free with any purchase of the rescue collection. And of course, I made some really cute Rolodexes because, because we have the collection going, right? And I will say this is on that same paper as well. This one is, okay? So finally, last but not least, if you do, and we are giving away the free shipping, but I got in a whole bunch of Let's Get Makey stickers, okay? And I want to offer you one. We are going to be ramping up our Glitz Finger sticker shop here real soon. I have lots of new designs. And so as a little extra, if you order this weekend, any order, okay, you will receive a Let's Get Makey sticker in with your order. Okay, and that's just good through the weekend. All right. So where should we start? All right, I'm going to first stamp for you. Let's go ahead and we'll make a couple Rolodexes just for grins and giggles because I promised you that I would show you and stamp the bestsellers for you. Okay, so again, this is Fabriano watercolor paper. It is 140 pound and it is cold press, so it will have a little bit of texture. Let's turn on this light a little bit. I don't know if you can see. I feel like the lighting's kind of bad, but there you can kind of see that texture in that paper. Let's see. I got to stop for just a minute and read the comments. Ooh, Carissa, good idea. Also, Carissa, I want you to know that right when when I ended the other day, you said it would be so cute to have stars kind of going off the side. And I have not forgotten that. I think that would be really cute. And so I think I am going to add a star before I do send it off. I don't think she'll mind. Anyway, it was such a cute idea. Donna, welcome. Oh, Heather, thank you so much. I hope that you already received them and that you got your freebie stamp. Linda, I know. I understand. I know. All right, well, I'll still save you one. How about that? All right, let's go ahead and get a couple sheets of this paper just so you can kind of see what I'm talking about. All right, we are going to load up our stamp, and I don't know if you can see, it does have a little bit of color still on this. I think I'm going to go ahead and just spritz it with a little alcohol, stamp it, and nope, so it does have color on it, but nothing is coming off. Okay, so just debating. What I do have here, it's a little bit dirty, but that's okay. I have a stamp buddy, a scrap buddy, and I have created my own rainbow pad right on there. Okay. And I'm going to reapply a little bit of color. First, I do have my Moon Glow dye re-inkers. This is Pink Crush. And all these colors are available. I believe they're available at artfoamies.com and themoonandthemaker.com. Some stuff I do have on both websites. This is the Coral Fire. I'm going to place a little bit more right next to that. A little bit of my yellow starlight, or I'm sorry, yeah, starlight yellow. I'm just reapplying color, and I am not really overlapping the color, but I'm, putting it next to each other. Now I'm using a little bit of green. I want you to know that green is not a color that I offer. I went ahead and got a little bottle and mixed my starlight yellow and my blue moon, okay? My blue moon reinker. I mixed some of those together and you get a beautiful green. I did the same thing to get a purple or a violet. I mixed my pink crush and my blue moon together, and they really do make such beautiful mixtures, okay? So great to ink up your own dry ink pad, or you can of course, put it right on a scrap buddy. Okay, if you put this ink on a scrap buddy, it will not dry out. I mean, it ends up sometimes getting a little grungy, as you can see, because sometimes I'll overstamp something else or whatever. But, it won't dry out, especially if you keep it in a Ziploc bag or in some kind of airtight container. You can just refresh it, okay? And here I'm just using an old sort of credit card or room key card. This one happens to be an old Smile reward card from my daughter's orthodontist 20 million years ago. All right, so I have refreshed my scrap buddy and all my juicy, beautiful color, and I am going to take it right to the stamp. And again, this is Balzer, Julie Balzer's lower case. That's what it's called. And it is her bestseller of her ArtFoamies. So I'm just going to stamp that there. I also like this, again, if I wanted to stamp it, again and again, I can use it and cut out letters and make my own words. So that's really nice too. Ooh, beautiful, right? Oh, so cute. I'm going to go ahead. I have ink on my fingers, so let me wipe off my fingers. I'm going to go ahead and trim this up. And of course, you've seen me do this many times before. I'm going to go ahead and do my little corner rounder just because I think that everything looks cuter when the corners are rounded. I don't know why. Just does something to it. And of course for this, I think, you know what? I need to get a little fresh water. I'll be right back. Yes, we love, love, love Julie's ArtFoamies. For those of you who follow Julie and who love Julie's art, make sure to tell her that you love her ArtFoamies and that you would love to see some new ArtFoamies from her. I know she's so busy, but I think if her fans will tell her that they would love to see some new ArtFoamies, maybe she will respond and do it for you all, because maybe she doesn't believe me as much just telling her how much we all want new ArtFoamies. So go get on her and tell her you want to see some new ones. Again, so what I'm going to do for this, just for fun, I do have my watercolors. Where did I put them? Handy right here. Okay, and this is just my own personal set. Most of these are golden core watercolors out of a tube. Not all of them, but most of them. I do have a few Winsor Newtons, a few Daniel Smiths, maybe a Holbein or two. But generally, and they are all tube watercolors. I just have some of my favorite colors in here. And I am going to go ahead. The nice thing is that the ink that I put down will sort of, it doesn't really act like a resist, but it will not absorb as much of the color. So I'm going to just take sort of a corresponding color here. So I got violet, and you can kind of see how it does resist it just a little bit. Okay. And I'm just going to go into each sort of color. So the next one was a little bit of sort of a violet or a blue. I'm sorry, a teal or a blue. So I'm just going to use the corresponding color and go right over that. It's going to be kind of cute. A little yellow. Little orange. And I think I'm not going to do red. I'm going to do a little of my Opera Rose. Super cute, fast, effective. And I could definitely pop something over the top of that. Oh gosh, I don't even know what, but you can, of course, put your little girl there. And that would be, oh my gosh, that would be such a little cute teacher Rolodexy. I don't know. But anyway, that, my friends, is Julie Balzer's best-selling art foamy. So go ahead and go on over and make sure you check out all of her art foamies. If you already have them all, then you need to write to her and say, hey, I already have all your art foamies. I need you to make some new ones so we can buy some more of yours. Anyway, so that's, again, the Julie Balzer lowercase alphabet Rolodexy. Okay, so for, we'll do a little long and leafy on this one. Again, this one is Gina Ahrens. And for this, I think I'm going to use a little bit of our Moonlight Duo just to show you sort of how these work as well. So did create these with a tint pad and a hue. So your hue is your color, and then your tinting pad is white. Okay, now you're never going to keep it pure white. It was never meant as to be like it was not meant, I never designed the tint and hue ink pads to be like a color and then white. This is always meant to be a tinting pad, okay, so that you can not only get gradients, but you can also tint your colors, okay, and you can kind of get variations on the color. All right, so, and this is a hybrid ink. So it's sort of the best. Oops, and I didn't get that all the way there. That's okay. I didn't even get that inked up on the bottom. So hybrid ink is sort of, I like to say it's sort of in between a dye and a pigment, okay? It is permanent when it's dry. You can use it to emboss, but you do have to work pretty quickly. Ooh, Bernadette, yes, I certainly will. Bernadette says, can you show how to fill a watercolor pan on Daily Heart? I definitely will do that. And actually, I have a whole bunch of brand new pans, so I will show you how to make a little palette, okay? Thanks so much for asking. I'm going to go ahead and fill in with my small one as well. And I know you're not getting to see the tint of that very well, but and I didn't even get it inked up that great. That's okay. Nice thing about that is that it does work super well together. I will tell you mine is a little grungy, as you can see, so it's not stamping the best. That is a great sort of, oh, what's the word? Example of why you should keep your ArtFoamies clean, right? Yes, again, long and leafy is really and truly one of my all-time favorite ArtFoamies. I do believe many of you have seen me use it. Oh gosh, so many different times. And again, I do love having this small version, okay? And right now I'm just I'm looking at this, debating on what I want to do with it. I didn't get the best stamping, but you know what? I do think that is such a great, again, example for you, because even though it's not it's not a perfect stamping, it's still, it reads nicely. I kind of like that it isn't just so pristine, and again, if there's something I don't really like, I can trim, parts of it off or whatever. And right now, I'm honestly just kind of thinking about what I want to do with it. I am, of course, I say of course, like it's a given, but I am going to turn it into a Rolodexy as well. I just want to sort of think about what I want to add, or, how I want to do it. So actually, I do think I'm going to just take the stamp one more time, maybe use, oh, you know what? One thing I wanted to share with you before I move on is how to clean and refresh your tint and hue ink pads, okay? So sadly, right now, I don't believe I have my yellow re-inker. I don't have my yellow, oh, maybe I do. Hold on, wait. Oh, actually I do. Great. Okay, so I'm going to take both my re-inkers. I have my white and my yellow. And I first am going to, if it's really, really bad, you can take even a little bit of rubbing alcohol on a paper towel. Okay, I'm going to try it without that first, and I'm just going to wipe it, of course, I don't want to go side to side because I don't want to pull more of the yellow into it, okay? I want to refresh this, and I have obviously stamped it when my stamps were dirty or had some other color on them. So it's looking pretty grungy right now, okay? But I'm just wiping it off, and of course that is going to pull some of the color and some of the ink up with it, right? But then all I'm going to do is, and again, if it was really, really bad, I can also take a little bit of even rubbing alcohol on a paper towel and try to get off some of that other color. Because obviously I had some green or something. My stamp was dirty, okay? So I'm just getting that off there until it goes back white. Now it may be stained a little bit, but it's okay. As long as you can refresh them with your re-inkers, they should be really good. All right, and then again, of course, you can test it by taking a clean, fresh stamp, or, clean, fresh scrap or stamp buddy, or even just a sponge, and you can, get the color and just see if it's stamping clean color. All right. And then, of course, I also would, I don't know why I keep saying of course, like it's a given, but I need to stop that. I'm driving my own self crazy. Anyway, I'm again going to take my little scraper. Oops, got a little white in there. That's okay, though. A little white on the hue side is okay. And just run that white back through there. And you should be nice and refreshed, okay? Oh, Rini, they should be. You might have to use the drop-down menu, but the white rinkers definitely should be on ArtFoamies. I'll make sure when we're done and send you the link if you can't find it again, okay? So let's see. Carissa says, I used the large, long, and leafy when creating a background for the last local ATC card swap. It was a theme of botanical, and again, the Rolodexy version I sent you, KP. Yes, I should. You know what? I'll have to go through my Rolodexes and pull that out and share it too. Oh gosh, I know. I don't have them very organized right now. I was going to show them on Daily Heart because I was going to have the weekend to get it together. Yes, we also do still have a solid black and white pad in our collection as well. It is called Moonlight Night and Moonlight White. So yes, definitely. Because, you know, a lot of people just wanted the solids. And I will tell you that our Moonlight White is endorsed by a lot of people. Seth Apter loves our solid, our solid black and white ink pads. And also Natalie Kahlbach always was using our Moonlight Duos and the Moonlight black and white. So lots of good endorsements there. All right, so I did want to, I'm going to try to clean off my Art Foamy here. Using a little rubbing alcohol and a baby wipe to sort of hopefully gently get some of the little crusty acrylic off that I let dry on there. Shame on me. So sometimes when you do that, I will tell you, your Art Foamy won't really be the same if it gets too crusty, because, you know, then you go to try to scrub it off and it sort of can make a difference on that foam, you know. So definitely clean your Art Foamies. Don't do what I do. I do try my hardest to be very good about it, but you know that sometimes stuff happens. All right, so give it a final scrubby. Oh, thank you, Maxie. It's okay. So you can see I still had a lot of, I must have used my graphite on this. So I still have a lot of, you know, a lot of like inky color or dark sort of grunge coming off. And, you know, it's important that if you're working on something that you want, you know, a light color or something, that you really want to get that off. So I'm working extra hard with a little alcohol. I would love to be able to go over to the sink and wash it again, but I think that should be good. You can see a lot of stuff still coming off that. So one thing I will say, you know this about your Art Foamies, and it is one reason why I love it. I love Art Foamies with watercolor, is because it does hold the watercolor very nicely. But sometimes, especially if you let it sit for a long time with something like graphite or dark black, you know, a darker color, it can, you know, give you a little grunge. And see, it's getting dark on my on my ink pad again. So stamp off one more time. Oh, it's still a little dirty, but it's getting better. So clean my ink pad again one more time and hopefully get a good, I just want a little bit of yellow. And it's not reading exactly as yellow, but it's kind of nice actually, because it's sort of a, I don't know, an olivey yellow. And that's mostly, honestly, because my stamp was still holding all that graphite. So that's really, again, a good lesson and a good thing to know, that, you know, that Art Foamy is holding that graphite and that dark color. So make sure that you wash it really well with soap and water if you want it to, and then possibly even a little alcohol if you want to get it back to clean. Okay? Again, may take a while, but you can do it. All right? So here I have my sort of my base layer there. And again, I got that really grungy again, so I do want to clean that up right now. And you can see most of it came right off. Okay, just might have to re-ink it again a little bit. But I'll save that for later. I am going to take my color one more time, and I think I'm going to use green gold, one of my very favorite watercolor colors. And again, we're just going to paint right over, because a lot of that ink just sort of pushes away the color and again sort of resists it. So I really like that. This is kind of cool too. I'm going to show you right now how to get 2 Rolodexes out of one piece of paper this way. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and trim it to about 5 inches here. Okay, and again, because I can't stop, I'm going to corner around it. I'm going to do this one as well. And then I'm going to make 2 different Rolodexes. And this one's going to be going this way, so horizontal. And that's my small 2 1/4 by 4. And here I'm going to have my larger 3 by 5. And of course, you know, I'm not going to leave it just like this. I am going to do some other, oh gosh, I don't know, some other imagery. Maybe we'll find a couple fun flowers to cut out and mount on the top. Or of course, maybe you have some cute stickers or some collage. You know, of course, gosh, the possibilities are endless. But it's really nice, again, that I can get 2 great pieces out of just one piece of my little watercolor tablet here. All right. So what green was that Duo ink pad? So the first green is the Galactic Green with Moonlight White. And then the yellow is the Sunshine Yellow and Moonlight White. Although it had a little bit of graphite on there, so I got like almost like a I don't know, like a green gold. And then I used my green gold watercolor to just kind of go over the top. But of course, you know, the other thing that I like to do is let's see, I don't know if I want that color. Let me try this. I use a little chromium green. And you can even add a few of your own little things right in there if you wanted to, you know, do a little freehanding in there. And especially if maybe you don't like the way part of it's stamped, you could go in obviously with your watercolor and sort of add your own. And I don't like that color. I just accidentally got the wrong green, so I'm just going to wipe it away. There's no mistakes that you can't fix, you know. So I'm going back to my chromium green, and we're just going to pop a few of our own little And the kind of cool thing is maybe even, you know, if I have some collage sheets, which I do. Let me grab one real fast. No, let's just see what we have over in our little pile of stuff to collage. Oh my goodness. Well, I do think this is not my art, but it is just a piece of this really cool sort of wrapping paper that I was gifted, and it has all these images of Frida on there. I think that would be really fun. Just wanted to grab something to show you how great and easy you can come up with something if you just have it on hand. Could be really anything, magazine page, could be something that you have previously stamped and cut out. But this is the first thing I had handy. I thought maybe I'd find a collage sheet, but I didn't find that. I found this instead, and I think that will look really great right on that Rolodex. And you know, Frida month is coming, so I have been making a lot of Frida stuff and setting a lot of Frida stuff aside to share. I think should look really great right here. And then maybe, well, gosh, you know what? Let's just stamp this. I'm going to go over this in graphite now. And I'm going to get another piece of watercolor paper. And this is sort of thinner, cheaper watercolor paper. I'm going to spritz my, and I'm not even going to clean it. I'm going to just go ahead and spray it with a little water. Grab my graphite stick. And remember, I know a lot of you forget these, but this is an awesome tool to have. It works fantastic with your ArtFoamies. And this is the Lyra Graphite Stick 9B, okay? So we do also sell these at artfoamies.com. So grab yourself one. They're wonderful on your ArtFoamies, and they're also wonderful just to draw and paint